Hello everyone, Minky here with the next episode of Pokémon Gen 2 AEFE. Today I figured we'd go through the Celadon Department Store before making a bit of progress with where I want to go, if you will. So here's this Celadon Department Store. Now I'm going to just check out a few things here, see what they have to sell and whatnot. Obviously they've probably got a lot to sell, but at the same time they've got a bit of a weird selection, if you will, and by that I mean particularly there was like in the Kanto games they have the evolutionary stones. The Kanto games being obviously red, blue, yellow. Well, in red, blue, yellow anyway. At least they have all of the evolutionary stones, or well, most of them I should say, most of them, because they don't have moon or sunstones. But now, yeah. By the way, these two tell you about Porygon and how to evolve them. But in those games, red, blue, and yellow, they sell evolution stones. But in this generation, they don't, which is really weird. You know, because it's like why they're kind of locking you out of a few evolutions there. But I guess back in the day, you could have just traded and stuff. So I don't know. The TMs here, they're Hidden Power, Sunny Day, Protect, Rain Dance. And I don't know what this one is. This was the only one I didn't know off the top of my head, so I figured I might as well buy it anyway. And actually look at it. Wait. Oh, I didn't change the theme jig. Oh, because it's no longer daylight saving time in a minute, or it is. I don't know which way around it is, but that had to change. So Sandstorm. Oh, okay. Inflicts damage every turn. Wait, why do I have 3 of it then? Cause I know you can get 1 of it on the way to the league, you know, like just after New Art Time and whatnot. Why do I have and I've just bought 1, why do I have the other one? I don't know, that's really weird. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, this guy only has like 3 items to sell, and they overall come to a price of 1,100 Poké each, or overall I mean. Pokédolls, Lovely Mail, and Lapras Mail, or Surf Mail. I will buy those mails, I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to fill up my bag just yet, you know, with stuff, and I want to make sure I make a good collection, if you will. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the only place you can buy the evolutionary stones. In Gen 1, yeah, and so when it's like, but now it's like, no, not in Generation 2 though, for some reason. And yeah, this is actually the drugstore. This is actually called a drugstore. I did have a look at the tags and whatnot, and it does say, yeah, even says drugstore. So yeah, that's something, I guess. And yeah, this floor, it's just fresh water and whatnot. Wait, what do we never see again? Vending machine with a prize roulette. Okay, I think that means maybe sometimes you get extra ones, I don't know. Oh yeah, they used to have games as well. But for some reason it's not in this generation. There's just no video games on the floor, like there's no like NES games or anything like that. It's just the floor, you know, with like, it's just a shop now, if you will. Like, just all shop, no games, no arcade, if you will, or whatever, you know. I should use this team on. Buy more! You know, well, you need to battle more, but still. Yeah, there's no game corner, or, not game corner, but you know, there's no arcades anymore. As a game of trainer, my son encouraged me to do it. I'm impressed by the selection of convenient items. So that's odd then, because like he's obviously old enough to be a dad. So how is he? You know, like that implies that when he turned 10, he didn't become a trainer. So you know, what's up with that? You know, like how do you decide not to become a trainer, if you will? I guess some stuff like, you know, shoppers and whatnot, people who, clerks and whatnot, that kind of thing, they obviously aren't trainers, at least to the degree of, you know, you know, of an actual trainer. They're clerking, if you will. But to the degree of like, I don't know, it just makes you wonder, that kind of thing, because it's like, what's these people's stories, what's their lives like and whatnot. You know what I mean? It's one of those interesting things. Alright, so this is where I wanted to go, because I know I'm going to have to come back here later on anyway, so if I'm going to do it here, you know, I think I'd do it now, you know, get this stuff sorted. People shouldn't leave any litter behind. Yeah, I think that's well, I hope that's a point most people can get behind. Well, at least most people, if not everyone, you know, but, yeah. It's, I don't know. That reminds me of, like, I think it was Beth who said, yeah, it was Beth. It was Beth, Beth's the last trainer you fight, by the way, before you get into Victory Road in Gen 2. And she gives you her number as well. I always remember getting her number, so that I can battle her again. And, you know, it's, I always remember her saying stuff like, you know, people use like too powerful moves. You know, like they use moves that are too powerful, if you will. They don't think about speed, you know, strategy and whatnot, if you will. And I kind of get behind that as well. I think that's a good idea as well. Like, it's not just about raw strength. There is more to it than just raw strength. And yeah, Red Blue against Raichu, so I just got that in. That's why I kept Red Blue in, by the way. Because I figured, you know what, I kind of owe it anyway because I didn't manage to do it last time. But at least I've done it now, so yeah, there's that. At least we've done it now. And yeah, I'm going to take on the whole route as well. Oh hey, another guy says don't litter. Wow. Does Scanto have a littering problem? But post your theories down below. That's kind of cool though. That's good. That's, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's good. You know, it's good that they're saying don't listen or whatnot. You know. Wow. Okay, I wasn't expecting to be that good. Okay, maybe I was a little bit, but yeah, Dugtrio. What can I say about Dugtrio? I don't know. Dugtrio, I've definitely used them before. They're really nice. I've not used every Pokemon out there though, to be fair, like, obviously with the exception of like Mythicals and Legendaries. I've not used every Pokemon out there to a good extent, like I know I've not used Poliwrath before to a good extent. You know, I've been using Primeape as of late in my Pokemon Gold Virtual Console playthrough, which, if all goes well, I mean, today's the 12th of November as I record this, and this LP doesn't even start until the 10th of December, but if all goes well, then you would have seen on the 9th of December a video of me taking on the league with Primeape in the team, along with obviously a few others. So that's a really nice thing right there. And hey, Eva, I guess that's a positive to listening to viewers that I get more stuff. But that's obviously video game logic. But yeah. Oh hey, came to explore Rock Tunnel. I need to explore Rock Tunnel as well, by the way. I will do that. But anyway, I mean I'll have to at least at some point. But anyway, but yeah, if all goes well, I will be able to do that video, that gold video against the league. That would be really nice. I'm really hoping I can get that sorted and whatnot. You know. Especially in regards to something else as well, because it'll be nice. Because one, it'll be a nice little introduction to this Let's Play, if you will, on top of the trailer I did, but also it would be a nice little, you know, I did a video before on Pokemon Hot Gold of all things, of me taking on, I think it was me taking on the league, and that video is long gone. You know, I don't even think I had it when I came off of YouTube. You know, it's long gone now, so I kind of want to pay respects to that video, if you will. With this gold video, if you will. Tell you a secret, but if you beat me first. Alright. Hiker Sydney. I never really add anyone in the Kanto region to my Pokemon gear. I really should. Because, I mean, I usually do it with Johto people. I mean, obviously, like, there's Joey. I feel like there's the obvious ones, like Joey. There's Wade. I always add him as well. Then there's... who else? I typically add... Beth nowadays as well. I typically add her because she's kind of interesting. Plus, like I said, she's the last trainer you fight before going to Victory Road, and therefore she's the second to last trainer you fight before taking on the league, if you will. Or she's the second to last available one, if you will. You know. But obviously the last one is then your rival, in which case it's like that's a bit of a, you know. The power plant is across a small river. Okay, that's... You know, I feel like that is something of a tip. That's more of a tip than people would give it credit for, because, to be fair, like, if you don't know about the power plant, and you're playing this game for the first time, and you're like, oh cool, this is Kanto region, but 3 years later, you know, you're obviously exploring this region, and then you get to this point in the game where it's like, you know, and he tells you, oh, there's a power plant there. You'll probably think, oh, there's a power plant across the river. Okay. Not so interesting. You might think, oh, let's check out a power plant in the Kanto region. You know, in Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow. Let's try it out. You know, so that'll be, I think that's kind of interesting as well, just from a sort of like a meta point of view, if you will, if that makes sense, because it's like obviously like you're saying like you're giving a tip to people who may not have otherwise known about it, if you will. That kind of thing. Although I guess this guy is kind of out the way a little bit, so. But even if you do talk to him, he still intrigues your interest, if you will. He still intrigues you because it's like, oh, I'll tell you a secret if you beat me, and then you beat him, and it's like, okay, sweet, tell me the secret, and then like, oh, the power point. Okay, cool. The power plant. Let me go check it out. You know, that kind of thing. I think that's really interesting, to be honest. A really interesting concept, if you will. To at least to some degree, anyway. Because, well, yeah, we've gone over it. I almost always try and over-explain things, I feel like, sometimes nowadays. But it's about concentration. Alright, last trainer I think as well. Have you been to a picnic? Yeah, it's funny because, you know, well, it's funny because they didn't add picnics into the Pokemon series until Generation 9. Like, like the idea, I don't know, that's kind of funny. I don't even know why I'm using Flamethrower. I should be using other attacks. Because that's just overkill at that point, Flamethrower on a lower level skipper like that. Yeah, because I want to actually... it's not that I want to give them a chance, it's that I want to... I want to make it harder on me, I don't know. I don't know what the right word is, but I guess give them a chance is the right word, if you will. Right phrase, even. But yeah, last trainer I think as well. See, lots of goodies and share them all around. Delicious. Yep, looks like it. Jeez, this has changed a lot. There used to be a bunch of random cuttable trees here, but now, nope. Alright, now I can go down here to see the power plant, but I'm instead going, you know what, I will. I'll show off in gold, but then the other two I'll probably just skip for now. Because I need to really show off the ones. I'm not going to go in, I'm just going to show the outside, but I might as well show off the inside. I mean, I might as well show the outside, which is just generic. It's just a long-ass building that fills up the entire screen. Well, on that note, Canter Power Plant. On that note, I'll see you in Silver. Alright, here we go in Silver. Let's have a look at the team real quick. Yeah, these two are alright to go. I'm gonna take on the route again. I'm not gonna show off the department store again because there really is no point. Because there's no, as far as we're aware, there's going to be no differences between the 3 games. Or at least if there is, it'll be very minuscule, if you will. I mean, if there is a difference, and I will make sure to show off in the future, but for now, I've at least shown off the bare bones of it. Plus I need to go to the Celadon, the Goldenrod one in a bit as well, when I can get back to Johto easy, so it is that. That'll definitely be something when I get there. But here, right now, oh wow, that's actually a really nice Nidorina sprite. That really is a nice sprite. But yeah, it's, I mean, I'm not, this isn't like going over the, don't get me wrong, AEFEs, what they are for the most part is just going over like, sort of like the post-game, if you will, of the games. They're not really going into the major details about the game or whatever, you know? So like, yeah, I'm gonna show off like, you know, legendaries, the Tyrogues and the whatnot, right? And everything like that, but when it's stuff like quick attack, really? And wow, you did more than 1 damage, wow. Alright. I love that sound effect. But yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, in these AEFEs, that's basically what they are. You know, I'm just going over the post games, if you will. I'm not going over every little detail, if you will. But I mentioned this in Gen 1 AEFE as well, and I'll mention it. I'm not sure if I mentioned it before, but I'll mention it now anyway, just for sake of argument. One thing I will be doing in the future is like an extra Let's Play, if you will, of sorts, where what I'll be doing in this Let's Play is I'll be taking on sort of like the aftermaths of the AEFEs, if you will. So like, once an AEFE is complete, I will then start recording stuff for the AEFE, you continuing it on, if you will, because there is going to be some stuff that I don't tackle. Like, I know there was some stuff in Gen 1 AEFE that I didn't tackle, such as, be in the preparations, or neither in the preparations or the actual AEFE itself, such as the routes between the Eastern Snorlax and Fuchsia City. I didn't take on anything of those routes. So, I've just realised as well, this guy has Poliwrath and Primeape, like Shock, from the gym leader from Johto. But anyway, but yeah, I know I didn't take on those routes in Gen 1 AEFE, so I figured it might be an idea to, like, I figured it's going to be an idea to actually do a Let's Play, if you will, you know, of you know, those areas I haven't tackled yet. So therefore, you know, like, finishing the AEFE proper, if you will, but in a way that's like not continuing the LP itself, if you will. And I figured, why not do it for all of them? Because obviously all of them are going to have something to tackle in the future. And then I figured, given that they're all AEFEs, I might as well just do it all in one go, in one Let's Play, if you will, one continued Let's Play. And at the same time, I can also kind of do, sort of like, I can do a mix of things as well. So like, if I do, like, in Gen 1 AEFE, I'm obviously limited to just red, blue and yellow. In Gen 2 AEFE, gold, silver, crystal, etc, etc, right? But in this extra series that I've got going on, that I'm going to start at some point, when I do that, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be more along the lines of, like, I can tackle kind of how I want to tackle it, if you will. Obviously, I'll still put up spoiler warnings, and people don't get spoiled on like, oh, I'm gonna do Red today, Pokemon Red, and then people will know, okay, he's gonna tackle Pokemon Red today at least, you know. And I don't want spoilers for Pokemon Red, for example, you know, in that kind of scenario, because I know for a fact there's still people out there who haven't played the original generation of Pokemon, and I don't want to be the one to. I don't want to. I mean, I don't want anyone to spoil it for them if they don't want spoilers for it. If they don't mind spoilers, then whatever, fair game, right? But if they don't want spoilers, I don't want to be the one spoiling them because they watch one of my videos like that. Because, like, that's just. I'm not gonna lie, that's just plain nasty to not spoil tag. I think, you know, especially going out of your way to do it for people. You know what I mean? You know, it's I don't want to be that kind of person, if you will, but that spoils games for people. You know, that's one of the things that I definitely will never want to do. And you know, so that's why I put the spoiler tag there as well. So, but yeah, that's what I'll be doing in that series, is tackling all that kind of stuff, if you will, all the AEFE, sort of like talking about topics and whatnot. And it will be obviously a very long Let's Play. So, obviously I can talk about stuff at one point, and then in 1 year, and then a decade later I'll still be doing a Let's Play. You know, so obviously I'll still be talking about stuff in the same Let's Play, despite it being like a decade apart or whatever, you know? That kind of thing. That kind of like, you know, and I might even tackle games like Pokemon Red here, and then Pokemon, you know, Omega Ruby in another in the same game. I might play both of those games in the same video, you know, something funny like that, if you will. But at the same time, it's like, you know, stuff like that, you know. Stuff like that I think would be kind of interesting in a sort of funny way, if you will, if that makes sense. And yeah, you might notice as well, by the way, that I'm picking some bad moves here. I'm picking them on purpose, not because they're bad, and because I don't know that they're bad, but because I do know that they're bad, but I know that I can take them down anyway, you know. So that's why I'm kind of picking them like that, because I know that they don't work, they're not very good. But it doesn't matter that they're not very good, because I'm at such a high level anyway. Because of the difficulty curve is a bit skewed in this game, and so it's fine that I pick bad moves, if you will, because I'm going to get past them anyway. You know, I'm not at risk of messing up badly, if you will, you know, or risking my reputation, if you will, of me knowing the game bad, if you will, because I do know the game well, and that's why I'm able to pick such bad moves and still do good, if you will. That kind of thing, so. But yeah, that's but yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier, I mean, that wasn't, to be fair, maybe it was a smart move, because he was on very low health anyway, so. But yeah, like I was saying, that's kind of the idea for the future, if you will. You know, like I do have this other Let's Play planned. I don't know when I'll start it, if I'll start it before Gen 2 ends or what, but you know, I'll definitely be starting it soon. The only thing is though, I won't do it in this series. I'll be doing this extra little series I'll be doing. I won't be tackling any AEFEs that I haven't finished yet. So even if, say I started this AEFE, let's say I start this LP tomorrow, right? Tomorrow being, I don't know, whatever tomorrow's upload date is as I upload this, right? Let's say I start this other Let's Play tomorrow, the day after I upload this video and have it go public, right? It won't, given that this Gen 2 AEFE LP is still going on, there won't be any Gen 2 AEFE videos in this other Let's Play until Gen 2 AEFE is finished, even though I'm doing Gen 2 AEFE right now. But, obviously because Gen 1 AEFE is finished, I can at least do that game. So there is that as well, if you will. You know what I mean? That's the kind of idea that I'll be going with, so So yeah, look forward to that Let's Play, because that's going to be one heck of a Let's Play, I think. I think it's going to be quite a long one, if you will, but quite an enjoyable one to a degree as well, if you will. But yeah, I don't know what else. I guess I can mention Let's Streets again, because... Oh no, wait, I was talking about Let's Streets in Octave Free Run, yeah. Well, I guess I'll say it here. I was doing Let's Streets before, before I had to quit. Which, by the way, all those Let's Play movies will get made. But none of them actually finished. No, some of them finished, not all of them though. I do plan on finishing them in the future, so there is that. I will finish them at some point, if you will. Even though I have to kind of redo it, if you will, some parts of it and whatnot. So, you know, look forward to those as well. That's going to be quite the interesting set of playthroughs as well, I think. Especially with the new ways I'm going to tackle them as well. That's going to be a sort of nice little thing as well. Alright, so anyway, on that note, I have now completed this route on Silver, so now it is time to move over to Crystal. And it is now time for Crystal. So yeah, yeah, my team's alright then, I can take on whatever. Now, during this Let's Play, I will be talking about nostalgia for the Kanto region that I have as well. A bit more broadened though this time around, or a bit more Gen 2-esque, if you will, because this time around there's a bit more to it, if you will. There's a bit more different topics, if you will, and whatnot, and yeah, there's a bit more things I could talk about, but also but also there is a few other things I can mention as well. Nothing too grand, usually stuff to do with other things, but I mean there's definitely at least one thing I can talk about that you wouldn't really think about, if you will. Like, because obviously, like, you probably have nostalgia for the gyms and whatnot, you know, going over which order you take the gyms on and whatnot. Yeah, most people will probably have stories to tell in regards to that, if you will, in some way, shape or form. But you know, but there's also nostalgia that I have as well, that, you know, in regards to the region outside of that, if you will. And obviously, that's not to say that other people don't. You know, obviously, I mean, I imagine everyone does. It's just the gym. I mean, it's just that the gym leaders are probably the most generic sense of nostalgia, if you will, which isn't a bad thing. It's just that's probably the most basic nostalgia people are going to have. People are probably going to mention a lot to do with those gym leaders, or at least I would hope so. Anyway, I at least hope that people have nostalgia for this game, and a lot of things actually. Now I think about it, but. Yeah. Oh hey, long trainer. So yeah, nostalgia, that's been kind of big as of late, if you will. And when I say that, I mean like I feel like lost media and stuff, that's been kind of a bit more prevalent as of late. Yeah, and people are getting more nostalgic for this sort of stuff, if you will. Like, I won't go into too much detail in it, because I kind of don't have too much detail to go into, but, you know, it is something, you know, I feel like it's there, if you will. I feel like it's definitely something worth something, if you will, if that makes... I don't know if I'm saying it right, I don't think I am, but you get what I'm trying to say, you know, there's plenty of nostalgia to be had. I mean, I mentioned before... I mean, at least I have Awakenings. Well, not Awakenings, I have mint berries. That's really nice. I like mint berries. But yeah, what was it? Yeah, it was like with that Let's Play that I mentioned I watched. Like I'm starting with the earlier stuff that they did, because that's the obvious kind of go-to. Not the obvious, but it's kind of an idea to go to the earlier stuff first, because obviously that's the earliest stuff they did. I'm trying to do it in order, if you will, you know. And so, like, it'd be nice to see some of that older content, if you will, to see kind of how they started and whatnot, and you know, and sort of like gauge my reaction or knowledge on them or whatever based on that, if you will, if that makes sense. You know, like, I don't want to go into something later on and then find out, oh, they're referencing something they did in the past Let's Play that I would have watched, but because I didn't watch it, I don't know that's gone on, if you will. If that makes sense. And wow, there's no ever here, that's weird. That is really weird that they removed the ever. Oh well. Oh hey, level 15 Raticate. That's kind of cool. But yeah, so there's that as well, which I know that's only, I mean, it's not even, oh, it is a decade old now, because it was like, this was like around the same time I started Let's Playing as well. So it is at least a little nostalgic, if you will. You know, to some degree. It's like, you know what I mean, you know, it's, even though it's like only a decade old or so, it's still kind of nostalgic in a way. Even if they do overall come off as a sort of a bad person, which I'm not saying they are a bad person, there's just some traits that seem a bit off, if you will, but maybe that's just part of the fact that it was, given the time period, maybe they were a little different, but, you know, and obviously I can't really truly judge them based on what they did 10 years ago, you know, but, I mean, I can judge them based on how they're handling it now, if you will, but I can't exactly judge them too harshly for what they did back then, because that was over a decade ago, you know. It's like they've probably learned, well, I hope they've learned from it, if you will, because obviously I don't want anyone to be making such terrible decisions, if you will, or acting like a bad person, if you will. Yeah, that kind of thing. You know, but it's like, you know, I don't know. That's just something I've been doing as of late. Just watching them a little bit, if you will. I've still not done anything actually as of late in regards to them. I've not really, you know, I've not really checked them out too much as of late because, you know, it's just not been there for me, if you will. Sydney, isn't one of the trainers on this route actually called Sid as well? So we've got a Sid and a Sydney. Okay. What? Oh well. Aha! I can use Earthquake! Yes! Yes, I got to show it off! I wasn't even planning for that. I wasn't even hoping to show off Earthquake versus Dig. Which, by the way, that works on other moves as well. Like, it works on Surf against Dive, Twister against Fly. There might be the occasional other move that works against Fly as well. You know, stuff like that. That was actually one of the best 5% misses that I've ever done. Thanks to that, if you will. You know, accidental 5% misses, I should say. Wow, that's actually really, really nice, actually. Let's see if he says something different in Crystal. Nope. He still says the same thing. Which, I mean, that's good that he still tells you the same tip, because obviously, like, if you play Crystal as opposed to Gold or Silver, then, you know, it's a bit... Anyway. Oh, you can actually dodge him in Crystal, okay. That's a little odd, but okay. I mean, it's something. But yeah, I mean, I kind of have that same feeling, nostalgia feeling for my own content as well. But I feel like that might be a given that it's my own content and stuff to a degree. But at the same time, it's kind of like a juggle, isn't it? It's like a 50-50, if you will. It's like, do you find nostalgia in your own content, or do you cringe at your own content? And for me, it's like I find nostalgia in my own content. And I can look back at it and think, yeah, wow, I did pretty well for myself. you know. Yeah, I did pretty nice, you know. Again, I'm not trying to toot my own horn, I am trying to be as critical as possible. And even now, I think I did pretty alright. You know, I don't think there's much I could have really done better, if you will. Yeah, that kind of thing. You know, which... I don't know. But yeah, it's quite a trip, if you will. Wow, only one critical hit so far with Razor Leaf. It's supposed to be a higher critical hit move. That's odd. Well, today anyway. Oh yeah, of course, I forgot I said that. Oh, she's a spinner, and... oh well, never mind. They've been to a Pinnick. Yeah, this is a Pinnick one, yeah, duh. Yeah, Pinnick. What else can I say? I don't know, but I've not got much left of the video anyway. But yeah, like... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I've not got much that I can really mention in a minute. I'll try and think of some topics next time, but... I mean, oh, actually, now that I think about it... Okay, so those items I mentioned last time, I got all of them. I made sure to get all of them on all 3 games, including the leftovers. So, obviously, you know, I don't need to worry about them now. So I don't need to worry about those items anymore. Sorry, I've just coughed again. I'm not even pushing myself that much, so I don't know what's going on. At least I don't think I am anyway. But yeah, those are items that I got. I did make a list while I was editing my video, part. That's weird, that's on a separate route. This whole little bit's on a different route. But yeah, I did make sure to get those items, and I also made a list, which I'll take a screenshot of and I will show that off, because I mean, it's a basic list. It's as basic as they come, but it's a list. You know, it's really interesting, I think. Even if it's just like a most basic list, that I kind of find it interesting, if you will, in a way. It kind of helps show the process, if you will, of what goes on and whatnot. You know what I mean? That kind of thing. So I think it's really nice. You know. Now before I finish, let's actually go to the centre and not go all over the place. Because I haven't actually spoken to these people in a long time. Wait, what's the power plant? When you go outside, you can see the roof of a big building. Okay, cool. I'll make sure to keep an eye out in a second. Pokémon Center near a cave? That's mighty convenient. It really is. You can't fly to it, though, unfortunately, at least in Generation 2. With a strong Pokémon trainer, he needs help getting back something that was stolen. Oh yeah, there is that, which we'll obviously look into that in a bit, but for now, you know. And yeah, you can see it. Wow, that's actually kind of cool. That's cool. You can actually see it from this side as well. That's actually really nice. Alright, well, that's it from me today. So, you know, thank you so much for watching. Next time we explore more Kanto. Kanto. We explore more Kanto, and we do some more things and whatnot. I mean, this is episode 5. You know, we're already matching how many episodes Gen 1 AEFE got, and yet there's still so much left to do. Like, there is a lot to do in the post game of Generation 2. So, you know, it's lots of fun to be had. Alright, so thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you have a really minky day.